Welcome to another video. Today is Sunday, and yesterday, which was the first day of February, I got stood up on a first date. And yeah, that's what today's video is going to be about. What it was like getting stood up for the first time. I've probably been on 30 first dates at this point in my life. I'm 25, but we'll talk about that another time. But never have I ever, until yesterday, been stood up on a first date. And so, yeah, exciting stuff. So how it went down, okay? So I matched with this girl on Hinge. We'll call her Pat, short for Patricia. And we text on the app, a little bit, do the usual, just, asking something from their profile, making small talk, whatever. We exchange numbers, we start texting over phone. This girl lives kind of far from me. Okay, so this is important. She lives about an hour away from where I live. So I'm not about to just hop in a car and drive an hour over with someone I barely have any conversation with. Because at this point in my life, man, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's just not worth it. So I'm like, okay, with this girl, we'll just have a phone call, we'll vibe it out. We call one morning when she's driving over to work. So she lives in San Bernardino County. Also, with the information I'm giving out here, it's just going to be general because I obviously don't want to reveal too much information about people. And she works down in Orange County. So every day she basically drives from San Bernardino County down to Orange County, which is an hour to an hour and a half drive. So I call her one of these mornings that she's driving over. Yeah, we're just talking. It's all right. I just kind of talk to her like I would a friend. And we're like, okay, cool. After that conversation, a few days later, we set up a FaceTime, just so there's more of a face-to-face element. I didn't set anything up to meet with her in person at that time because I'm still in school, so I had class that day. I didn't want to skip class to go see her, which I should have, because if I had skipped class to meet her, I wouldn't have gotten into a car accident on my way to school, which will be in another video. Anyways, so we have this FaceTime. It's cool. It's all right. Just a normal conversation. And then the next thing was okay, finally, I should probably set up meeting up with her in person. So I scheduled something to meet up with her in person with a few days later. And so the night before I'm supposed to meet up with her in person, we're talking about just confirming that we want to have it actually in San Bernardino County, where she lives, rather than Orange County, which is where she'll be coming from the morning of, just to make it easier for her. Yeah, so we confirmed the location, and then the day of rolls around, and I realized I haven't texted this girl an actual location to meet up with. I just said general Claremont downtown. Claremont's just a city sort of close to where she lives. I send her the location of the exact place that we're going to meet up at, which was just a Starbucks. And there's no response. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Maybe she's busy or something. She did say in the morning she was going to be in Orange County for what? I don't know. Honestly, who knows? But I drive over. I leave my place at 1 p.m. I spend an hour driving over to San Bernardino County to meet her at the Starbucks. And 2 p.m. rolls around, right? Which is the time that we're supposed to meet. And lo and behold, she's not there. And I'm just like, all right. Maybe she's running late, maybe she didn't respond to her messages because she was driving over, whatever. So I wait 15 minutes, and then I send her a text yo, you good? Obviously in a much nicer way, because, you want to be more clear when you're texting, just with tone, which I guess I can talk about another time. But yeah, and then that's when she's just yeah, I actually can't make it today, there was a medical emergency. Which I'm okay, kind of legit, couldn't you have let me know ahead of time? Because the medical emergency she was referring to wasn't for herself. It wasn't for anyone she was related to. It was for a pre-planned procedure. For basically, let's just say one of her friends, right? So I'm okay, yeah, no worries, that's pretty legit. Obviously I'm kind of peeved. I'm dude, you could have just you had the whole morning to confirm with me after I had sent her the address in the morning, and here I am having driven an hour out. But anyways, so I ended up eating barbecue at this place called Gus's Steakhouse, I think it was. It's okay. I've been there twice now. I guess I could recommend it if you want meat. I don't know. So I end up eating a late lunch by myself, and then I drive back home. And that's basically it. Okay, so that's Saturday. So Saturday, I get stood up on. Sunday rolls around. I'm just like thinking about it and talking to my friends. I'm like, yo, like, is it cool for me to be upset about this? Not feeling super stoked about it. You know, medical emergencies are legit, but it also wasn't like anyone she was actually related to. Like, she barely remembered the person's name who was getting operated on. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I don't know, but let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. Sunday rolls around, and then I get the message like, yeah, like, it turns out, like, I'm just not really feeling it. Like, Kevin, you're, like, a great person, kind, and whatever. And I'm just like, yeah. But it's like, dude, I don't know. I just, it's disappointing. If you're not really sure about whether or not you're, like, emotionally ready to be on dating apps, like, that's, in my opinion, like, that's okay, but you can figure that out before you send somebody an hour away. Like, I don't know, man. It was just so unnecessary, just like this video, I am aware, but not fun. But anyways, so she sends me that message, and obviously I have to be nice about it. Not that I have to, but, you know, I want to be nice anyways. So I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, no worries. Like, thanks for, like, letting me know, and I hope you figure things out type of thing. But yeah, dude, not cool getting stood up or standing people up. If I could talk to her, which honestly I don't really want to, if I was going to talk to somebody in that situation, I would just say, like, if you're going to do something like that, just take responsibility. You know, like, maybe there is a medical emergency, but don't, like, that, unless it's, like, really legit, like, that shouldn't be the reason why, like, you're blaming it on that. Like, just say that, like, you weren't feeling it, or that, like, you were, like, mistaken about your ability to be online dating, or you're just honestly not feeling it, which is a topic for another conversation, just how people meet online and how we build perceptions and how that affects things. But yeah, so I don't really know where I'm going with this video, as always with basically all my videos. So I guess the point is if you're going to stand somebody up, please don't. Just let them know ahead of time. If you aren't feeling things already, either commit to meeting them and finding out, or just let them know ahead of time. I don't think I would have taken it personally if she was just like, yeah, like, I'm not feeling it, right? Because there was a buildup. We went from texting on the app to texting in person to having a phone call to FaceTime, then to in person, right? I think at any point in that buildup, there's the opportunity to disengage, which is kind of why I like to build up to things rather than going from, like, messaging on the app straight to planning something in person, just because it can be a little bit jarring sometimes. Yeah, I guess that is the point. To help make online dating a better place for everybody is, if you're not feeling things, that's okay. Just figure it out, or just communicate to the other person that you're not feeling it. But do that before you send them on a 1 hour one-way drive, which basically is 2 hours because I have to drive back. Yeah, my time's not particularly valuable, but that's time I could have spent doing other things, which would have been cool too. But anyways, enough rambling for today's video. I probably need to talk about getting in a car accident in another video, and just Hinge in general. If you stuck around, I hope you have friends to talk to about things, because I don't know why you're listening to me ramble, but that's okay. I appreciate you nonetheless. And yeah, I hope your online dating journey is smoother than mine. As always, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed some part of this, and I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye.